Does anybody have any oil stories, anything for the week? And here comes Mara. Anything for the week that has helped you with essential oils or a doTERRA product? I know unless you come ready to share it, it's kind of hard to think off the top of your head.
I know I use oils like constantly.
All day long, every day.
So it's not
I know, I'm trying to think.
to me anymore.
What's
help me? Of course it helped me. It always helps me.
I am always enjoying that. I don't know how you say it. The one from, oh goodness, the hug.
a hug.
Oil.
Is it hygiene?
I guess. No, it's the one that came with the diffuser last month.
Yeah, it's Hooga is how you say it. Yeah.
Hooga?
Yeah.
Okay. I love that smell, and I've got it in those diffusers in all of our bathrooms, and we smell it all day long. It's just
that is
refreshing
awesome.
and I don't know, it's uplifting. I just really love that scent.
So what do you think about having diffusers going and having a scent going all the time? I feel like I did a couple booths last week and some people made comments of, yeah, I can't run a diffuser because people are allergic to stuff. And I'm like,
this is natural.
This is pure and natural. I think you should try it. Yeah, I kind of feel like there's an answer. They've come up with answers for why they can't do things or reasons for why they can't do it. And it's just natural. So there's almost always, I'm not sure I've run into maybe one person that had a true allergic reaction to something. And usually that's because they need to detoxify what's going on in their body, so that the natural things don't bother them. So yeah, very good. Very good. Lots of, we're asking for oil stories. If anybody else has something they want to share. Trying to think of one this week. Oh, I know one. Ammon was cutting. So we had big ice storm. We had all these trees broken. My husband's been lending out his chainsaw when he's not using it. And my son Ammon cut something, but the wood came flying down and hit him in his shin. And he showed me a picture of it. And it just looked like scratched leg and it didn't look that terrible. And then he came over yesterday and it was like 5 days after it happened. It is so bad that it sticks out from his leg at least a half inch, if not more. And it's the size of, I don't know, bigger than a credit card on his leg. So it's not just hurting on the front, but it's still bruised. And then the bruise goes down into his foot and the blood and all that. So I said, here's helichrysum. You need helichrysum. You need it for the bruise. You need it for the inflammation. You need it for the healing of your body. And I gave him my helichrysum roll on. And he's so good every time I give him some. So how is this? How much is this, Mom? Can I reimburse you? I was like, I'm not going to tell you how much that one is. Just use it. And return it to me when you're done. I didn't want him to have to pay me the, I don't know, $50 or something that helichrysum roll on is, but he actually, I gave it to him Thursday and Friday he came over twice. He's trying to help me with the computer issues I've been having. And he said already he can feel that it's helping. So helichrysum is amazing. Teeny tiny flower, big punch. So, Mara must be having warm weather to be outside. Looks good. You're muted, Mara. Do you have anything you want to share?
I like helichrysum too. I have made a blend that has ginger and geranium and helichrysum and lavender. And I put that in a roll-on and I use that when I have bruises or, stress tendons, those types of things. And
Nice.
It does marvelous.
You use these oils. I'm so happy.
I do every day. And it's
Are you still in Houston? Is it that warm in Houston?
Wow. We're still in Houston. It says it's 77 degrees out here, but we're expecting rain soon. So
okay,
makes it down.
You'll last a little bit.
Yeah, I use my oils every day, but my husband is not as enthusiastic as I am. And so usually at night I'll put like lavender and lemon in my diffuser And I was doing that like every night. And he's just like, that is just too strong. You cannot have that on tonight. I cannot. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. You know, or what do you have in there? It's too strong. I'm like, it's less than what I've normally been putting in there every night for the last year.
My goodness.
So,
Uh,
but then some nights it's not a problem.
yep. Yep. Well, he probably needs to detoxify a little bit too to be able to handle it better.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you guys all for using the oils. We're going to turn time over to LeAnn. LeAnn is a busy mom of one, a little sweet 5-year-old, almost 5-year-old, right? And she is a bundle of joy, and her husband does coaching for people who might be interested in strengthening their body or losing weight. He does an amazing coaching business at home. And LeAnn, of course, does essential oils and keeps up and helps many people who live in her home. I'm trying to think of things I haven't said before. LeAnn actually they've rented out different rooms of their home. So they do a lot of caring for other people and having people in their home all the time. So it's always impressive to me that she's so good at all that. And she's good at everything. She's been taking a lot of training to improve her mind and her mindset and moving forward in life. And she is tremendously been helped with the oils. And it's just fun to see her journey and see how she's doing. But she's going to talk to us about MetaPWR. Turn time over to you.
Thanks, Shalene.
You bet.
Let's see. So I have a PowerPoint here. It's designed to cover a few different things. So I'm just going to dive in the middle of it. So it might seem a little less fluid, but I'm just going to start talking about the ingredients in MetaPWR, and we'll go from there, especially because I want to keep it pretty concise here. Okay. And I had a very exciting testimonial just from today that I would have shared a minute ago, except it is all about MetaPWR. So I thought it would flow nicely with this.
Nice.
So let me share my screen. Queuing up the slideshow here. Okay.
Not seeing anything yet.
Sorry.
Is it coming?
There, yes. All right. Here we are. So
Got it.
MetaPWR has a ton of awesome ingredients. And so the first one I want to start with is NAD+. And why do we care about NAD+? Well, it's critical to DNA integrity and creating energy in the cell, in our mitochondria. So NAD+ levels decline starting around age 25. So this is one of the reasons why people say, when we're in our late teens, early 20s, that's when we're in our prime, right? And then we see the energy decline. So collagen, similar story. It starts to decline at age 30. And collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. It makes up all parts of our body, our brain, our skin, muscles and joints. Ligaments, cartilage. So there's many different types of collagen, and they're very important for that structure. So this is one of the MetaPWR products. This one contains both collagen and NMN. NMN is what creates NAD+ in our bodies. That's why we want NMN. So as you can see, there's a ton of benefits from the combination of these. There's actually a ton more ingredients in these packets, antioxidants, other herbs, but these two main ones, collagen and NMN, are going to be the most distinctive of this product. So it's going to improve cognition, so our brain health, our vascular health, joints, connective tissue, skin, elasticity and firmness, muscle strength and endurance. So that's particularly helpful for older people too, not just for their muscles and bones, but also for their balance. When their muscles are stronger, they can have better balance. Helps with hair and nails, of course, and energy, mood, and sleep. So
Love it.
doing a lot of things for us, and it's really easy to use. This is just something you take only once a day. It is a small packet. It's probably, what do you guys think? Like less than a tablespoon.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe 1 or 2 teaspoons worth of powder that you just mix in some water. Tastes kind of grapefruity to me. So there's some things we want to be aware of when we are selecting a collagen. So if you already take another collagen, this is good information for you to understand, kind of compare the quality. So collagen on the market usually only has 1 or 2 types of collagen in it, versus MetaPWR, they've chosen 9. And that's why they're able to target so many different body systems. The ones on the market generally are for skin beauty. So like a lot of times I know people, they know collagen can be good for muscles and all these other things. And so they might go ahead and purchase collagen hoping for those results. But in fact, they are taking something that's only really good for the skin. So that's important to know.
I've seen a recent collagen commercial, and I really feel like I want to delve in to understand these things, because this commercial went on to list all the things that collagen helps with. But I'm pretty darn sure from most of the research I've done that most collagens only have one kind of collagen in them. And it takes this variety that doTERRA has given us to help with so many issues.
Yeah, you'll have to look on the ingredients. And a lot of times there's not very much detail about the collagen listed there. So, I mean, we have to trust the companies. We have to know what they're actually putting in these products. The processing is very important because it affects the bioavailability, which is how much of these nutrients we're getting absorbed into our body. So doTERRA hydrolyzes the collagen, which just means they cut it up in these tiny pieces so that it's much better absorbed into the body, 12 times better absorbed than the non-hydrolyzed versions. So the delivery method's important too. So mostly there's powdered versions versus the liquid versions. The liquid version requires sterilization. And so, Shalene, can you mute that, please?
Yes, I can.
Thanks. And so the sterilization is great to keep us from getting bacteria from these products, right? It's not great when it kills some of the nutrients in the product, making it less effective. So powdered collagen avoids the need for that. And the last thing you want to consider for collagen quality is inactive ingredients or contaminants. So a really weird thing about how these are, how collagen is harvested, it can actually include herbicides. So things that kill weeds, right? Poisons you probably don't want in your body. So you want to avoid those. With a lot of the liquid versions, they add sweeteners to taste. doTERRA has sweeteners too. It is sugar alcohols, which generally are healthier accepted form of sweeteners. And so here is all the different types of the collagens that doTERRA has chosen for this MetaPWR. There are 3 relating to the skin regarding skin beauty, skin elasticity, and thickness. There are 3 that are about aging and the brain, and 5 that are all about the structure, helping us with bones, cartilage, muscles, things like that. So, and also it is sustainably harvested from tilapia in Italy. So we're going to avoid like the heavy metals and things like that by harvesting appropriately. I am going to skip this. Okay. So metabolism. It is a big word for a very simple meaning. Just how do we convert food into energy?
I love the picture.
Thanks.
Food and energy.
Yeah. So now, unfortunately, a lot of times eating is accompanied by blood sugar spikes. I mean, it should be. You should have like somewhat of a spike. You know, bad spikes, right, are very common depending on the diet we're eating. And when we have these heightened spikes, we're going to have a decline in the metabolism. And as a result, these things will be dysregulated: blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, and body fat. So to help assist us with blood sugar spikes, we have MetaPWR Assist. Again, they made this really easy for us in that it is generally recommended as a 1 a day kind of supplement. You would take it with your highest carb meal, ideally just before, 15 minutes before. And it's going to help, if you know anything about glycemic index, which simply describes how fast or slow sugars are absorbed into your bloodstream. This is going to help slow down the sugars and therefore decrease the glucose, the post-meal glucose spikes by 42%. That's huge. And it's just this molecule from the mulberry leaf is attaching to the simple carbs and turning them into complex carbs. It makes it a longer molecule and it's going to be absorbed more slowly. So it's really fascinating way that they've made this work. And it also helps stabilize the blood sugar throughout the day. And therefore, energy levels tend to be more stable throughout the day. So this was a study done on the MetaPWR Assist. This was a group of people who had an average of 102 mg per deciliter fasting blood glucose. Okay, so that's basically pre-diabetic on average. And after 1 week of taking this once a day, they got down into the normal range, 89 mg per deciliter as the group on average. And so a healthy blood sugar range is between 80 and 100. So you can see 89 is like perfectly in the middle. I found another study that talks all about berberine, which is one of the ingredients in there that helps stabilize the blood sugar as well in really big ways, like compared to another very common diabetic drug that I can't remember the name of right now, but it actually was more significant in the study.
Wow.
than the pharmaceutical. So
Was
Is
it
that
metformin?
metformin?
yes, metformin. Yeah,
Good job, Laura.
yeah.
I know because I take it.
Oh, yeah. So this could be something that you may really appreciate. I've so that study that I found, I think it was it was using different metric system, right? So I had to convert to understand the results. And I wanted to make a table with all this so I could show the results. It's like not very understandable in the original thing. So I'll have to add that to my slideshow later when I have that more legible. Okay, I'm gonna skip this one too on account of time. All right, so the last part of the MetaPWR combo is simply the oil, MetaPWR oil that doTERRA has created. So it targets this, or it regulates fat going into the cells. So these are fat cells that are, skinny and little, and they're becoming plumped up. And MetaPWR oil regulates that path in between them. So it can open that path if someone needs to gain weight, right? And it can close that path if they don't. And that way, people can start burning off those calories as they do more activity, which is also naturally likely to happen because their NAD levels are increasing. If they're taking the collagen, they're more likely to have more energy, more likely to be more active, and then start burning off more of these calories while they're not gaining more fat. And as an added bonus, it curbs cravings. So yeah, and for some people, this really does seem to work like a light switch. And all of a sudden, they just don't want sweet things. Things taste too sweet to them, or too rich, maybe.
This has really helped me a lot. Slim and Sassy did nothing for me.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they reconfigured the same ingredients to a different combination of what's the
Yeah.
word? Proportions,
Yeah.
because this is perfect. I mean, I take those beadlets and within minutes I'm satiated and have no appetite. It is
Love it.
just amazing.
It really is. I would say Slim and Sassy for me helped like 10 to 15% compared to MetaPWR that helps me 80%.
Yeah.
That's how I judge it.
It's huge.
Yep.
So the MetaPWR oil is available in these 4 formats. So there's essential oil bottle, right? I use the drops straight from the bottle in my water bottle every day. At the beginning of the day, I always fill up my 5 water bottles, and I put just 1 drop of the oil in each one. So I'm proactively kind of getting it into my system throughout the whole day.
How big is your water bottle?
18 ounces.
So 1 drop.
Yeah, I've experimented with more because I wanted to take a little bit more oil, honestly, because as you see in the slideshow, it says the studies show that the response is dose dependent. So if you're trying to lose more weight or something, you can take more and it will be more effective.
I do 10 ounces and I do 3 drops.
Yeah. So personally, I just found that more than 1 drop was too much for, like, the taste was too much for me. I didn't enjoy it. But everybody's different with that. I also, honestly, I don't need to lose weight. I'm in my maintenance weight right now. But I just feel better on it, right? And I've had a long history of emotional eating, so I really use it more for the cravings than anything. And so the gum and the beadlets, I think, are more designed for cravings. Just get a little taste of it when you're out and about, and they're also really easy to travel with. The MetaPWR beadlets have a 1/4 drop of the oil in it, and the soft gels have 2 drops of oil. So the bottle with the soft gels, for people who are trying to change their weight significantly, they would want to take one of those 3 times a day. They could do more, and some people do more with the other products too, if they're trying to make a big shift quickly. But the bottle's designed kind of for 3 a day. It's got 90 in there to last you 1 month. That's another great one that I'm going to skip. This is kind of a summary slide. So like I said, the slideshow had some other things in it. So I did talk about the vitamins and the kids supplements with people normally as part of my presentation. But this just kind of summarizes why you want each thing.
This is a great way to lay it out, because some people that don't need to lose weight are like, do I need this whole system? You know, and they probably just want to stick with LLV and the Advantage. And if you're dealing with the blood sugar spikes and trying to lose weight, the whole system is really going to benefit you.
Yeah. And so for anyone, okay, I'm gonna skip that. Skip that.
You got great stuff here, LeAnn.
Thank you. So this is what I recommend to most people for just the foundational thing. Do the whole MetaPWR kit, do the supplements, the Lifelong Vitality. It's really interesting. The results that people get from each one are actually very similar. Although weight loss being more with the MetaPWR, right? But overall, people see tremendous help from both of these in many systems. However, they don't override each other. I mean, they have completely different nutrients. And so if you stack them together, you really are going to have like that
work together really well. Yep.
Nutrition. And then if you're just wanting the MetaPWR kit by itself, then you would.
Now, this would be if you were not enrolled already, and all of you are enrolled, but if you know of anybody that's interested, you can always please share with them. You didn't quite finish. I'd love to hear the experience that somebody told you that they had today. I think you said.
Oh, the testimonial.
This is what we love. I don't even know what she's going to say, but we love helping people and finding and hearing that it has changed their lives. So please share. Okay,
yes.
LeAnn.
Well, it deserves another screen share. So here it is. Now I know this is not a great picture because it was taken on John's phone this morning.
Okay.
We'll get a better one. But this is John's annual blood numbers, right? And it's, let me see. I have this kind of in the way here.
Wow.
So 2023, look, no reds. Last,
nice.
and I don't know why 2020 is the next one to show. He goes every year, and I don't know if they're flip-flopped around, but basically you can see his HDL. That's known as like the healthy cholesterol, was over before. The LDL, the lethal cholesterol, right, is over also. And then this year it was in range.
Nice.
And you can see it was out of range both years before.
Yeah.
Not only that, his testosterone numbers are now also in range, and he was way low.
Interesting.
I know it's so crazy. I know everybody's
This is
like,
just from MetaPWR.
yeah. So, I mean, I would say there's two big changes that he's made this last year. One is MetaPWR, and the other one is he's had more stress because he's been studying for this lab director exam, which is really hard. I don't think the stress is helping him. So,
but that's the biggest difference because he's always been on LLB. So
he's been on LLB since like 2016.
So that shows what MetaPWR has helped him with. Wow.
Yeah, and the testosterone, he was actually in, so the normal range is, I think it's 300 to 900, and he was just under 300 forever, for years. And then today, when he got his results, it was 6 something, almost 700.
That's awesome.
Do you think this is from the collagen product or the other two parts?
That's a great question. And
is he taking all 3?
He is taking all 3. If I had to guess, I would say the collagen, because I did a month on the collagen alone to kind of see what's special about this versus the other things. And what I found personally was some hormonal changes, which there is nothing advertised at all about hormonal changes, but
you keep hearing about it.
Yeah, my period got shorter. It got about a day shorter. It got lighter. It wasn't so heavy. And the actual color of my blood was brighter red. So I feel like there's some kind of hormone change there. So if I had to guess, I would say that testosterone might be related to that.
Yeah. So many positive changes. If you're not on the testimonial page on Facebook, you'll see 11,000 people and sharing their results and what's going on in their lives. So if you want to be on that and you're not, please let us know, because we would love for you to be on that too. LeAnn, great job. Wow, your slides are fantastic, good information, and we just can't help but want to share with more and more people. So please keep inviting people to this class. Next week, we're going to hear from Cleveland about our skin and how we can get lots of help for our skin. And we just love sharing. So please invite people and keep coming. And thanks for coming. Hope you have a wonderful week. Those that want to stay on for a little business time are welcome to stay on, because we love sharing. So thanks. Awesome. LeAnn, really good job. And I love the way that you cut your program down, your slideshow down and shared, but I am just impressed with how good it looks. And you put so much thought into it. I like the clarity of your slides. It didn't look, I feel like mine are, ooh, I'm trying to make a pretty picture. Yours was great information, very clear and precise.
Thank you.
Really, really good. So, Cleveland, I know you're not feeling well. We're probably not going to do a long training today because, right, LeAnn, unless you had something you wanted.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. So because Cleveland wasn't feeling well and Rhonda had to take her mom to the doctor and Patty had an event that came up. And so we're probably not going to do training right now, but we will have more good things coming up. LeAnn's got lots of good plans, and so do I. LeAnn and I are headed to Utah tomorrow. Tammy, we're coming your way. We're headed to where it's cold for a few days for a doTERRA retreat. So we're kind of excited. I'll see you early in the morning, LeAnn.
Yes.
I'm going to bring the boost stuff. I'm going to have the 2 buckets to just slip inside your door when I come to get you at 6 in the morning. Love y'all. Thanks for, oh, I forgot to stop recording. Well, that's okay. This will all be on there. Love you guys. Have a great day.
LeAnn.